Hello, this is Lance Ash, heading to work after a 3-day weekend. I work tonight, and then tomorrow I have off for the 4th of July holiday. And so I'm planning on having a good night. Should be fairly easy. Had a really good weekend. Finished a painting and pulled myself out of some depressive mind set. God, I had some things to say and now I'm just totally blanked out. I'm trying to find some stuff to read. I'm rereading this German mystery novel crime novel, whatever the hell you call it, for like the 4th or 5th time because it's easy to read and it's contemporary. God, why is my brain not working? But as far as English stuff, I just got a pile of crap I'm going through. A couple of days ago, I had the pleasure of going over to the University of Georgia Library by myself and having the time to just poke around. I love the University of Georgia campus, and I love getting to go over to the library and just wander around looking for stuff. Got the Illuminatus trilogy by Robert Shea and Robert Anton Wilson. This is the second time I've tried to read it, and this time I thought, well, I'll give it a fair shake this time. I'm reading it a little bit. It's just, I don't know. It's just such, I don't know, obvious triviality. I'm also going to try to read something that I would never normally read. We've got Striptease by Carl Hyacin, and I got it because he's listed in the Wikipedia article under comic novelists, which is what I've been looking for, so I'm going to give that a shot. I started reading it, and again, it's sort of just this obvious, trivial poop. I don't know. We'll see. The thing is, one of the books I checked out at the library was the 40th anniversary, a 40th anniversary book about the French humor and comics magazine Fluide Glacial, and it's all these fantastic cartoonists, comic illustrators. Anyway, so I started going through Google Images, looking up all these people, and just flooded my mind with all these fantastic images of comics. I think more than anything else, comics connect to something in my brain more than anything else, really. So, you know, what I want in my reading is the literary equivalent of comics. Something that just hits you, connects with you. It's so hard to find something like that. In a way, short pieces, like stuff by Robert Benchley, do that. But anyway, I'm thrilled that the early reviews for the new Indiana Jones movie are so negative. But I don't want to rain on anybody's parade. If you like it, you like it. I don't care. Just don't give a shit. Just don't complain about social justice warriors ruining popular culture for you. You had your day back when Red Dawn was riding high. Don't pull out in front of me, lady. I had something I had to get at Walmart the other night. But when I left the library, I was in such a state, such a mental high, aesthetic high, that I didn't want to ruin it by going over to Walmart and being exposed to all that crass commercialism and ugly people. So anyway, I went the next day to Walmart. I'll tell you what I had to get in a second. And it's just unbelievable how ugly and distorted the human shape can become. Saw these two guys, and I assumed they were gay guys who were partners, because they had done everything in their power to dress and look alike. They were both about, to be honest, I was going to say 80 pounds overweight, but to be honest, they're more like 60 pounds overweight each. They each had on shorts, like long shorts, t-shirts. They both had their heads shaved. They had tattoos on their heads of like the marshmallow shapes from a box of Lucky Charms, and they both had glasses, and they both had short little hipster beard around their mouths, and they were checking out, and they were just like freaks, modern day Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And then just so many fat people. Anyway, because of the issue I had with the new supervisor jumping on me about how long my breaks are, I decided I would get a new kitchen timer to bring to work, so I could say, no, look here, this is how long I've been on break, and the more you talk to me, the longer you talk to me, the longer the timer stays paused. So years ago, I bought a couple of really cheap kitchen timers to help me with my meditation sessions. They were $1 each. Well, those days are gone. Went to Walmart the other day, and the cheapest they had was like $15, which I'm not going to pay. And anyway, eventually wound up getting one for $7, because that was the best I could find, and it took AAA batteries, which the timers I bought years ago took some kind of fancy batteries, which are $6 or $7. I'm getting over, honey. Let me over. To replace the batteries, which is ridiculous. So anyway, I went to several places trying to find these a cheap timer, and I went to this one place, and I happened to find a Walmart employee in the aisle where the kitchen timers are at. This I was going to say older woman, but she's probably, to be honest, probably about my age, but looked well worn by the years. Anyway, I said, do you know if there are any other kitchen timers in the store? And she stared at me. It was like trying to tell your dog, go get the knife, Rusty. I'm tied up. The burglars have tied me up. They'll be back any second now. Rusty, go get the knife. Go get the knife. Kid, well, you mean like one you stick in the meat? No, sweetie. Not a meat thermometer. A kitchen timer. No, that's all we got. So, but the one I got, $7, I figured, all right, fine, fuck it. Apparently we're rolling in money, because every time I turn around, there's some new product in the house. Fancy pretzels from Trader Joe's, which those peanut butter filled pretzel pieces are addictive. God, if I still drink Coca-Cola, that'd be the perfect thing to have together. What else has happened? Oh, so I got in the mail for some reason. Okay, so like I told you last time, I've been listening to a lot of orchestral music in the car, and many years ago, I read this interview with Frank Zappa, where they're asking him, well, what classical composers are your favorites? Who's your favorite? And ultimately, he said basically what he said was his favorite composer, or the one that really connected with him the most, was Anton Webern. So when I read that years ago, I was like, oh shit, okay, I got to try this guy out. So I had one CD by him, the Pierre Boulez conducting, and yeah, a lot of the pieces are very short, and a lot of them sound exactly like some of Zappa's efforts at orchestral composition. And I've wanted the complete works for years. So the prices, used CDs, $700 for a 3 CD box set. Are you crazy? Eventually wound up finding what I wanted on Walmart's website. Walmart sells used stuff, apparently. $10. So anyway, it showed up in the mail. Started listening to it. It's pretty good. But a lot of his compositions are songs, and it's not really my thing. Formal orchestral songs. You can stomach it if it's avant-garde enough, I guess. But the thing is, they all sound the same. What else happened this weekend? Oh dear. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry, I don't want to. Well, George Rockwell Schmidt's latest episode of Dead Air, the one he does with his wife, came out. And I couldn't believe the negative backlash in the comments, because one of the subjects that he and his wife discuss is the corruption on the Supreme Court. And because the justices who are corrupt or giving off the appearance of being corrupt are Republican, conservative justices, people threw a fit. And the thing is, the impression I got was that these are people who have at least semi-regularly watched videos on George's channel, and they enjoy his movie reviews, maybe even his documentary videos on different subjects. But suddenly they're shocked to find out that he's largely left-wing leaning. And that's just too much for them. He's picking on our people. People leaving comments saying, I just unsubscribed. Or, stick with your movie reviews, George. When you reveal your political leanings, it's just bad. I don't want to hear that part. You couldn't figure out where he stood on the issues before now? Oh, Jesus. Stupid. How dare a person from the United Kingdom come here and criticize our government. Jesus. I remember years ago, when the Rolling Stones released the Flashpoint album, which was a live album from the 88 tour or 89 tour. They had some bonus songs on there, studio tracks, and one of them was High Wire, which was a critique of the war in Iraq. And I don't know if it was actually that one or that years later they did another anti-war song called Sweet Neocon, which was against Bush Jr.'s invasion of Iraq. And anyway, there was some backlash. You know, how dare this foreigner, Mick Jagger, criticize our foreign policy and the decisions of our military and blah, 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 blah. Okay, first of all, Mick Jagger pays more in American income taxes in a year than you will ever make in your lifetime. Number two, it doesn't matter. You can comment on anything you want. You can critique anything in the world. There are plenty of us who are criticizing Putin's invasion of Ukraine. We're not Russian citizens. We have every right to say anything we want. Oh dear. I really, this episode, this snuck up on me. I forgot until I was about to leave the house that I had to do a recording. So I really didn't have anything planned. Oh God, I'm gonna go a little bit longer today because I only did exactly 20 minutes last week. I really hope this new woman is not there tonight. I really don't want to put up with it. I'm starting the writing process for the next issue of the online magazine, and I really need the extra time. See, according to the contract, you only get 10-minute breaks, but with 5 minutes wash-up time, which is also contractually obliged right we have, you can stretch out the break to 15 minutes. And I admit I've been going way over 15 minutes. But considering that I am the only one in my operation who stays busy the entire night, I feel the company owes me. I get a lot of work done on my breaks. Most people, they wander over to the break area and they slump themselves down and they stare at the TV. Whatever the TV is pushing out, that's what they consume. Wide-eyed and slack-jawed. And but I sit with my back to the television, and I draw or write or read. And that's one of the ways I get so much done. Okay, about to wrap it up here. Hold on. Oh no, we got a little bit more time. I can't believe how bad these vacuous shows are. The Sherry program, my God. And sometimes I'll go over there and they'll have TMZ on the television. You want to talk about an insult to the intellect. My God. Yeah, I know. Ooh, lightning. Drove home the other day in a horrible rainstorm. Alright, I'm getting over, folks. Last night, Athens had its city-funded fireworks display, and I don't know if they canceled it or not because it was a horrible downpour. I don't know. I remember years ago, they had the fireworks display sort of in the center of town at one of the city parks, and it was really crowded. And I remember the people I went with and me were sitting on the hood of my car, and the sulfur and the ash and the bits of burned cardboard were drifting down on us from God knows how many feet in the air. It's weird. Okay. I really have to get my shit together about this show. I've got to start planning it, but I've got so much on my plate. I mean, there's meditation, exercise, my reading, the painting, my online magazine, just general farting around, sleep, eating, human interaction. It's just, when I think about how much time I wasted in my early 20s, it's just unbelievable. The people who make it are the ones who know what they want to do early on. They figure it out in their teens, early 20s. They figure it out and they go for it. Those of us who, I think the real problem is I wanted to do a dozen different things. And I only really started to make some progress when I decided to focus on one. But I still wanted to do all the other things too. Alright, I think that's about it. I guess I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.